What's going on out there? Just Mike sitting here pretty late at night, alone. Messing with my guitar. It was awesome. Went and saw a good friend tonight. Well, I went to a meeting, and a good friend of mine was there who I haven't seen in years, and he's a fellow guitar lover. He's a great guitar player, and talking about guitars, and he's like, "Do you really have a Les Paul?" And I was thinking how blessed I am that I have a Les Paul, and I was telling him about my 73 and this thing. I put cream plastic on it, different volume and tone knobs, and I think it looks really pretty. Usually all this stuff is black, and I think it looks better like this. Kind of like what Ace Frehley did to his in the 70s. He had a Cherry Burst Les Paul custom too, except his had 3 pickups, but same kind of deal, and he changed all the plastic over to cream. But anyway, I was telling the story how I got this guitar, which is a whole miracle in itself, and it was really cool to see him. I haven't seen him in a long time, since the early 90s, so it was really cool tonight. We talked for a long, long time, but made me think of this guitar, and I don't play out with it a lot just because it's so old. It's a 73, but no other Les Paul I've ever played sounds like it. It's got the vintage, these are the original pickups. They're called PAF T-Tops. This is the T-Top series made by Gibson, and they just sound really good. They're not wax potted, so if you play out live with them, they squeal. They get like if you use a lot of distortion, like wee, get a microphonic feedback, so you always have to roll back on the volume knob a little bit on each pickup, and that'll take it away. They say you can wax pot them. What that means is dip them in wax, and it seals all the coils that are wrapped around them, or you can take the covers off, and that should solve it too, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to mess with the pickups or anything in the guitar. But anyway, I'm playing through a little custom amp, and the gain's not on too high, but it's just got such wonderful tone. The bridge pickup, never heard another guitar sound like it. It's raw, like, you know. Sweet, I love it. And I have the tone rolled off a little bit. I'll turn it up a little bit. Gives it a little more bite on that. Such a good sound. It's really cool, you know. Awesome. Anyway, it's such a beautiful guitar. The neck pickup's really cool. Anyway, just was enjoying it tonight. She is a beauty. Can't believe I even have it. The story in itself is a miracle, but isn't she pretty? I love the cream plastic. The diamond headstock inlay on the customs, the square mother of pearl or abalone, I'm not sure, inlays with the ebony fretboard. Just a pretty guitar. What's cool about this one too is, and I haven't seen it on a lot of Les Pauls, is it's out of fit when I go into the middle position. It's like the Peter Green Les Paul. This one, it's like out of phase, so it's really thin sounding. It's neat. Gets that Peter Green sound, and especially with less distortion when it's cleaner. It's cool because I never planned that. The guitar came like that. Anyway, and then you can, I know I'm just blabbing, right? But you can turn the volume knob down on the bridge pickup and you'll get a nice growling sound. If I turn up the bridge volume, bring the neck down, still get that real nasally thin sound. Not playing sloppy. Anyway, I love Les Pauls. I don't know if there's any guitars out there that are prettier than a Les Paul. And I don't know how the heck I have these things. You know, if I had to go into a store and buy a Les Paul, I'd have to go in with a big old stack of money to buy them, but I've always been very fortunate and I haven't had to do that. I've always had people that have blessed me and they've, you know, they're like, how can Mike have these guitars? And what people don't realize is I was able to make payments on them, like low payments, and people were patient with me and let me take a long period of time to pay them off. Because I have awesome friends that trust me and let me do that. A lot of people wouldn't let you do that, but I've had friends do that, and I'm so appreciative of them. I would never be able to have any of these things if they weren't that giving to me and allowing me to do that. So I'm so grateful and so blessed. It's so funny, this guitar, I'll save that story for another time. I won't even go into it. Anyway, bye.